and the idea that this sex, for particularly young men, and that they believe that this is exactly how sex works. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's our fundamental problem when we talk about sex and when we talk about porn, is that people get this unrealistic expectation, and they think that this is how sex is, and this, you know what I mean? And you come down after a one-night stand, and you expect it to be, you know, like nearly a script or something, and it's like, so when do we start? You know what I mean? And how did this go? And guys go, no, it's okay. You know what I mean? And it's just not reasonable. That's just not something that women want to enjoy. I mean, there are lots of women who really enjoy sex, who are really open to different sexual experiences. But I actually think that the way men treat women and the way that they come across from watching this porn, that actually puts women off that. Because women become less liberal because they feel that they don't want to be that objectified. Because when women are in, and people are in a comfortable situation and they feel that they can trust the person, then people are open to doing a lot of things that they wouldn't do if you're trying to force them into it, if they're not in a comfortable relationship. And it's that, ladies and gentlemen, that where porn falls down. Now, I know, okay, it was going to happen. The innuendo was going to be flying all over me.
Let's really just introduce myself, although it's kind of already been done. I've been an adult actor for about 6 years, and personally I found the porn industry to be a positive thing in my life. I didn't come from a rich family, you know, I don't want you to feel sorry for me, I think. But you know, I did fall into the industry. It's not something that I planned on doing. I don't think anyone goes to their careers advisor and goes, I want to be a porn star, I want to be a stripper. It just doesn't happen, although I do know one girl that did, but you know, we won't talk about her. And she is now a porn star. But basically, you know, it's enabled me to basically have a better life, because at the end of the day, I do drive a nice car, I can go on holiday pretty much whenever I want. And, you know, it's helped me achieve things in life that just I wouldn't have been able to achieve. Shut up out there, I'm speaking. You know, that I wouldn't have been able to achieve if I worked in Tesco's, for example, you know what I mean? Now, just to go back to, I think it was Mr. Philip Cosby said that, I think it was 26 or 28% of girls in America have a sexually transmitted disease. Surely that's a sex education problem and not a porn problem, because it's up to people, you know, to learn about these things. And I think people that actually do porn are pretty much the best educated people when it comes to sexually transmitted diseases, because we pretty much, unfortunately, have been there, seen that, and got the t-shirt. We go and get tested every 3 or 4 weeks for pretty much everything. And we do work unprotected. There are no condoms. Occasionally we do use them. And it is an issue in the industry, but touch wood, caught chlamydia once in 6 years. That's not bad, huh? Touch wood, no pun intended. To go back to the young lady's comment, she's left, who just spoke. She said that in porn, basically, that the guy gets off and the girl pretty much is just there to help. In all of my films, the girls get off, so she should be watching my films. So just, well, obviously I've talked about my personal experience, and obviously it's about society. So basically, who in this room has watched porn? And be honest if you have, you know, put your hand up. So there are a load of people there, just too embarrassed to even put their hand up. Right, anyway, basically, so people from pretty much all walks of life watch porn, whether you're, you know, 18 or 65, you know, I think sex is a wonderful thing. And if you're only at any age, I don't want to see 2 65-year-old people have sex, to be honest. But if they, you know, if they're having sex, great, good luck to them. And if they're watching pornography to aid that, then wonderful. Now, is it really wrong for these people to be watching pornography? Is it? You know, it's just porn and it's a fantasy. It's not real. It really bugs me when people talk about people pulling hair and slapping people and all the rest of it. I don't go home and have sex with my girlfriend with my foot, just excuse me, up on a table like this, or a cameraman can film It's a fantasy, it's my job. My real name's Dean, I'm not Stephen Hart, I'm not this big, you know, stud. You know, it's an act, it's a fantasy. So, the people that talk about, you know, women being abused, every girl I know loves their job, you know. They love the fact that they get to do something pretty fucking enjoyable. Sorry to swear, but it fucking is, you know. No, everyone's had sex, right? It's really enjoyable for a start. They get paid bloody good money, and, you know, the guys do get paid slightly less, you know. We do more work though. Bitches. It's screwed, we really do, literally. So, you know, it's just, I've got to track too many jobs. Yeah, they do enjoy their job, they're very happy, and they enjoy having time off as well. How many people can say they work 3 or 4 days a week and earn, you know, a 6-figure sum? You know, not many, you know, so. And let's just talk about the word fantasy. It's really important for me, basically, when talking about pornography. Because it's just a fantasy. Please, you know, it's not, no one's forced to be there, it's fantasy, you know, it's not real. Like I said, you know, who has sex like that? No one. Me, but, you know, if I did that with my girlfriend at home, she'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? And get your foot off our furniture. Okay, so,